area sales manager up here in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. And I also have our product manager along with us, Bula Bob Borden. And as always, we welcome everybody. We're always excited to bring these presentations to you and give you a little educational tools. Everybody is muted during the presentation. If you have any questions, go ahead and enter those into your question box that you'll see at the bottom of your dashboard there. Go ahead and enter those in, and we will answer those at the end of the presentation. And this is being recorded, and you will get a recording about noon tomorrow, Pacific time, sent to you via email. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm excited to bring on Shannon, and controls over to you, and you should have the mouse.
Well, great. Thanks everybody for having me. Like he said, my name is Shannon. I'm from the Namale Resort and Spa in Fiji, and I actually get to say from every once in a while because I did get to live there for about 5 years before I got booted. Pleasure to be there and to learn so much about the property in Fiji. It's my new favorite place. I'll refer to that as home more than home now. As most of you know, booking Fiji, pretty simple. You leave the US from San Francisco, LA, even Honolulu. They now connect with Japan, and there are even more available flights from Australia and New Zealand. So it's pretty easily connected. Most Americans are traveling from LA, but the San Francisco spot is a pretty nice place to go through because it's not as busy. So customs and immigration is pretty nice. You arrive here in Nandi at about 5:30 in the morning, and then there is a 7:30 a.m. flight that connects you up to Savu Savu. It's a 1-hour flight on a 16-seater plane. It goes twice a day at about 7 and about 2, coming back around 9 and about 4 each day. So pretty simple connections, very similar, because unless you're chartering a helicopter to go out to one of these chain islands or even down to Royal Davui, it takes about an hour to get to any of the luxury high-end resorts that we're normally compared to. So pretty similar, just so you kind of have a tour map. This is Tabiuni, where you've got the Boma and Lavena waterfalls. You've got Corosund and Jean-Michel Cousteau up here as well, just so you kind of know where you are. There is a backup airport over here. I guess backup is a bad word, but it takes 60 to 70 seater planes. It's called Lambasa. People just don't use it as much because you have to take about a 90-minute drive over the island. There's like a little, I don't know if it counts as a mountain range or a hill, in between the island that you ride up and go across. But if you do fly into Savu Savu, we pick your guests up. So there's no any additional arrangements that need to be made. Down here. Okay. Namale is a 5-star luxury boutique resort. We are adults only, which for us means 16 and over. Usually we don't get those 16-year-olds until it's about the Christmas, New Year's time. All-inclusive is our thing. Food, booze, motorized sports, basically everything that we own. All-inclusive in Fiji tends to be more, the American definition is what they call Namale, but other definitions tend to be more along the lines of meal inclusive or soft drink inclusive. So along with Lodala, we are the one-stop shop for the all-inclusive side of things. There are 19 rooms. One of them is a 2-bedroom, so a total of 20 beds, maximum 40 guests. But there's 180 staff full-time. So on the worst day, it's a 4-to-1 staff to guest ratio. And on a normal day, it's probably more like 5-to-1. So we try to make sure that we can customize to what each guest is looking for. We take into account, their age and that everybody comes with different intentions for their trip. So if they want to be knee-deep in mud and exploring and adventure, we've got plenty of staff to be able to take them and guide them on those tours. If they just want to have a Mai Tai delivered on the beach every hour, then they got themselves a personal waiter as well. So whatever they're looking for, they don't have to think about, oh, is it included or is it not, and whether it can be done or not. The property itself is really large, considering we only have 19 rooms. It's about a mile on the ocean and then goes up through the mountains and rainforest. That's where we have our waterfall, golf course, driving range. But all of the rooms except for the before garden are along that mile oceanfront. The garden rooms are just tucked back a little bit. The rooms are all going to be a minimum 400 square feet, freestanding buildings with AC, Wi-Fi, private balcony. From here, you would turn. There's a walk-through hallway, bathroom. The tropicals, garden and ocean, same thing except for a different view. They're going to have a standard bathroom with a shower. Ocean Deluxe is your kind of flag that it's going to have an additional jacuzzi spa tub. So not just a shower, but the spa tub as well. That's the only difference between those two. The big jump is when you go to Honeymoon Berets, which is the exact same thing as the Ocean Deluxe, but you also get a private heated plunge pool. So of course that is our most popular right now, and we're trying to upgrade these deluxes to have pools so you guys have a larger inventory to work with. But there are 3 of these. Then after that, you're in the huge change, which is the villas, because these are 1,500 to 2,000 square feet compared to the 400. They're going to be basically like little residences, just without the kitchen. You're going to have a dining room, living room, sitting area, your bedroom and bathroom, and outdoor decks with sunbeds. This one has a crow's nest up here in front of the bed. These are the only rooms that would have access to movies. So none of the rooms have TVs, but this one has this category has a 50-foot projector inside the room in front of the bed so that you've got access to our Apple TV movie system with over 900 movies. We just download whatever's new on Apple each week. And if your friends or if your guests have any special requests, I got an email yesterday asking if we could download workout videos. Yes, if they want to watch the whole season of Game of Thrones start to finish while they're there, we can download that as well. Very customizable. Again, we're just kind of getting what's most recent each day, each week. So suggestions are welcome. The villas, just to give you some indoor look, 2 of them have the big pool, and those are the 1,500 square footers. The 2,000 square footers have a plunge pool instead of the big pool, but obviously just way more indoor space. They're going to have the same amenities though, the movies, the lavish bathrooms and interior areas, the day beds, indoor outdoor showers. It's just the size of the pool versus the size of the indoor space. Dream House is our only 2-bedroom. It's got a king bed master bedroom with a walk-in closet and then a queen bed secondary bedroom. I compare it to an Ocean Tropical and Ocean Deluxe because the king bedroom has the jacuzzi spa tub and the queen bedroom doesn't. But outdoors, you can see that it's got a pool, and down there where that chair is, there's also a hot tub. So this is the only room that's got both. It's also going to have 2 day beds, 1 for each couple, and a private staircase down to the ocean. There's 2 restaurants. One is your fixed menu, quick meals in between activities. This one is your fine dining. This is where the menu changes every day, every meal, where we can make you a gluten-free menu, a keto menu, shellfish intolerant, or you can say the total opposite. I just want steak and potatoes. I only want lobster. Whatever you're looking for, our chef can take care of. The only thing we can't do is kosher, and that's just infrastructure on that one. Our big thing when it comes to dining is that room service is included, but it's more like anywhere service. We do include with unlimited amounts the ability for you to eat anywhere and everywhere, basically. There's 4 private decks at the restaurant that you can just grab whenever you want. There's no reservations. Or you can say, hey, I want to have lunch over at the heart-shaped hot tub, or you know what, we're going to walk up to the waterfall. Can you have breakfast waiting for us? You can do that as much as you want to. Comparable, I've found it to be about $700 or $800 at other comparable resorts per spot. So this is where the big kind of bang for buck comes in. Dinners are the only times that we limit it. Just because everybody wants one every single night. So we make sure that everyone gets 1 before you get 2. And that usually comes to being about 1 per couple per 5 or more night stay. When they stay 10 nights, 14 nights, that's when we start double and tripling it, just so that, you know, they're busy and they've got new places. We don't want anybody to be sitting and bored or anything like that, which is kind of hard to say because there's a lot of activities to do, land and sea. Because for us, motorized sports are included, and that is everything except for jet skis. Wakeboarding, water skiing, kneeboarding, banana boating. The only reason jet skis aren't there is because when we did include them, people were crashing them more than successfully riding them. So they were just excluded for safety reasons. But for people who aren't really into that fast pace, they can go snorkeling off of the boat. Normally snorkeling included is industry language for, you know, here's a mask, go find a rock off the beach. We want to take you, show you something new every day, have them taking these pictures and coming home and sharing them on Facebook and, you know, getting to say they saw a turtle or a shark or something fun. But stand-up paddleboarding, kayaking, there's a water trampoline. If they're not into the water at all, they can do horseback riding, village tours, town tours. We go into the church every Sunday. You've got the golf, of course, and the driving range. So there's a lot to do. If somehow they run through everything that we have available, there are off-property vendors. They can go on a pearl farm tour to see all of the Fijian pearls in the bay, because Jay Hunter pearls are farmed in Savu Savu Bay. They can also go and see other waterfalls. If they see ours and they love it and they just want to check it out some more, if they want some very moderate hiking, you can definitely go and do that. There's 2 more in and around Savu Savu that's easy to get to, a few more that are a bit more intense hiking trails that you can do as well. Game fishing, the sandbar, I wish I added this picture in, but it was just taken recently. If you check out our Instagram page, you'll see a drone footage of this sandbar. The Northern Islands were not known for having a white sand beach, which was the downfall. People were usually picking the southern areas in Fiji because we, quote unquote, didn't have any white sand, but that is no longer the case. We have found this sandbar in the middle of nowhere, where guests can go and have a beautiful Caribbean Mexico beach in the northern area of Fiji. So now that they're getting the waterfalls, the rainforest, the lush that we're known for up in the north, and they're getting the powder sand that they want as well. So that's a really exciting find, and one that we're sharing all over Instagram right now. We also wanted to make sure, this is coming back on property, that we weren't just a fair weather resort, that there were things to do if it got too hot or too rainy. So there are 3 more of those Apple TV movie theaters around the property that any guest can use. Our bowling alley, it's the only one in Fiji, pretty famous on that. We've got virtual golf, video games, board games, air hockey, table tennis. There is a fitness center, and the basketball court has a roof as well. We do have a section in the spa that's included, or complimentary, however you want to say that. Hot tubs, cold plunge, scented pools, waterfall massage, sauna. They can be in here drinking champagne all day. It's just if you want to be massaged, that it's extra. And so that kind of starts the conversation on what's not included. Spa massages / facials, so I guess spa treatments. Scuba diving, and that's whether they are already certified divers or if they need to finish their certification, or if they just want to do the day course. It's a full PADI shop, so they can do any of those, and wedding / vow renewals. So those are the only 3 things that are not included, but they can be booked in advance and they are commissionable, so people can show up and not have anything to pay for. This is very rough estimate. This is what people would see if they looked onto our website. It's usually about $6,000 for the week, just for the room. Bob knows more about the airline pricing and things like that. Usually I say to look at about, oh, there we go. Nice. So that's $6,000 for 2 people, including the airfare. So I was way off.
Well, there you go. Bob, you might want to jump in here and talk about our flyers here.
Okay, well, first off, if you do want to get any of the flyers personalized to your agency, just pop me a quick email or give me a call. This is the flyer for Namale that shows the 20% discount on stays of 5 nights. They have higher discounts the longer you stay. So we can look at a lot of different things for you. It does run through the inclusions that are in the packages. This is currently based on the airfare that's booked in the V as in Victor class of service with Fiji Airways. It closes for sale on the 17th of July. It's valid for travel all the way through the 31st of May next year. And you can see the blackout dates below that. The current rates at Namale are valid now through the 31st of March next year, and we are expecting to have the updated contract sometime in the next few weeks to a month. It's early for Fiji. They usually get their contracts coming out in early August. So if you have clients that are looking at travel in after April 1, 19, through March 31st of 20, we'll have those rates coming up pretty quick. Fiji Airways, nonstop service from Los Angeles and San Francisco. San Francisco is currently 3 days a week, Los Angeles 7 days a week. Out of Honolulu, they currently have 1 nonstop and 2 flights that make 1 stop. One of the flight stops in Samoa. The other flight stops at Christmas Island. They are looking at changing it to 2 nonstops and the flight through Samoa with a stop. So that's something that could be happening in the next few months. And this is for clients that feel that staying more than 5 days at any one place is just not compatible for them. They are too antsy-goosey. This is combining the Intercontinental Fiji Golf Resort and Spa on the Coral Coast. It's located on Natandola Bay with Namale. Now, the resorts are very compatible. They are very beautiful, and you're going to have an equal experience, quality of level-wise at both. The room category for the Intercontinental is their Garden King room. We can do upgrades to other categories very easily. The rate does include the daily buffet breakfast, and they do have meal plans available, but they have many different dining venues, and you can take taxis to some of the other nearby resorts to try different dining options. So we only base this one with the daily buffet breakfast. You can see that the Intercontinental has a nice range of included activities that's not anywhere near as extensive as Namale, which has probably the most extensive included activities list in all of the South Pacific. Okie dokie. Here we've got the fact sheet that you can download. This gives you a good description of the property. It has the various things that you can do there. It is a 9-page document. It has great room descriptions. It also goes into details on what the discounts are for the longer stays. Now, since this is a generic fact sheet, it does include some information on discounts that don't apply to the U.S. market. So when you see those, just ignore them.
All right. And as Bob mentioned, we do have in your dashboard where it says handouts. You can download the fact sheet there along with the 2 flyers that were provided during this presentation. And also, if, like Bob said, if you do want flyers, just reach out to him and he'll customize those.